Hi there, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here with your 1st and 15th of the month of October reading. I'm hearing August. I'm hearing did she talk about August yet? Or did they tell her about August yet? There's something perhaps that you are waiting on the presentation of, perhaps for quite some time now, since August, or something that, let's say, you were expecting to come in the mail. I'm getting as well, perhaps official documents in the time period of August. Nonetheless, I'm getting that something that's coming through for you, Taurus, something that's coming through. You may be dealing with a Libra here for a number of you. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm hearing a Leo as well as a Scorpio strongly. And I'm hearing proposal here. There's a focus, the Ace of Cups, diagonal to the Ace of Pentacles. Someone has been working real hard. I'm hearing, don't you doubt their love. I'm hearing, or the baby that they want to make with you. I'm hearing specifically. It's like they want to, I'm hearing, write a love letter or two to your hometown. I'm hearing as well, vision, whatever that means for you. It's like if they want to connect with you, Taurus, they want to connect with you to where you feel connected to you. And that's a beautiful space, right, to be in, where it's like you feel that the changes and the transformations that you may be experiencing are not just, I'm hearing, transitory, where it's like, okay, I'm hearing now we're going to be saying our vows, and then now we're going to be getting on the train that's going to take us to Tinseltown. I'm hearing specifically, and it may be related to matters of work. I'm hearing the office as well. But the feeling I'm getting for you, Taurus, is that you want there to be a transition here. Absolutely so. One that, though, you don't want necessarily to time. And the feeling is, yet again, that there is a heart space here. Also, one that is related to your vision that you want to capitalize on. And I'm hearing passion as well. Here comes Scorpio, the death card here, horizontally laid at the center of your spread. Perpendicular to the Eight of Pentacles, they have been putting in a whole lot of time, energy, work. Oh my goodness. It's like, I'm hearing if they smell like food, it's because they were in the kitchen. I'm hearing preparing the perfect dish for you, whatever that may mean for you. Oh, so beautiful. This energy. Taurus, always take it as you will, though. It can be your own energy as well, right? What is it you want to capitalize on, Taurus? I'm getting here, though, that there's a focus on what I'm hearing you see as the vision. I'm hearing the future of this experience. And I'm seeing it as happening on an energetic, emotional level. You may be sort of thinking, well, is this something that I really want to invest my time and my energy in? Is this something that I really want to also draw up a contract for? Is this something that and the feeling may be that every word that's written, I'm hearing on that letter is going to have a life that it takes on of its own. And how is it that I'm not going to be sacrificing my needs that are emotionally based in order to say what I feel like I need to say, or that I want to say, or that, let's say, somebody needs to hear? Take it as you will. There's a focus here on authenticity, Taurus. I'm hearing with Sagittarius, take it as you will, on what it is, let's say, that is also philosophically based, okay? Taurus. I'm hearing we want to walk. I'm hearing the line with them, the Ace of Cups, the Mother of Pentacles. You may be wanting to support someone and perhaps even fund their work. I'm hearing star baby, star seed alliance, the Six of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing it as almost like you want to also support it, not only financially and monetarily, but it's like, I want to be the grandmother to their office job, whatever that means. It's like, I want to bring them cookies. I want to make them, I'm hearing cupcakes, and I also want to drive the car that takes me to deliver them to them. It's like, I want to play all of the homey parts here. Whatever that means for you, take it as you will. Can be taken, perceived, interpreted in a number of ways. I'm hearing, but someone's got their eye on what the diamond of the conversation is going to be laid out as. And the focus is, in a certain way, Taurus, that there may be a sort of match game here a little bit. With the Magician, you may be dealing with Sagittarius and a Scorpio. Maybe, again, your own energies. Perhaps a question of what's going to come of what we both clearly feel so passionate about. The Two of Cups here is in reverse, right over the Eight of Wands, right over the Six of Cups, dropping down into the Ace of Cups. What is it that we come down to? And it's a decision, Taurus. It's a decision. What is it that we feel we can really say, yes, you know what, we both agree on this. We both, I'm hearing, we are oriented towards, I'm hearing this kind of prospect of a future, the Hangman in reverse, right next to the Judgment card in reverse. What is it that we want to, I'm here, tailor our audience to the work of as well? Could be focused on children, on a baby, on also movement and change in the physical home. We got the Chariot here coming through in reverse. Transitions and changes, the Daughter of Wands in reverse. Okay, you may be dealing with a Pisces here for a number of you, or a Cancer who's very I'm hearing closed off to certain like types of social groups, communities, as you may feel it, as they may feel it, and always, hopefully not, take it as you will. There's a focus on what they are turning to now to kind of explore that world more, and perhaps even their imagination. The Three of Wands in reverse, and there may be something that they really are somewhat they feel that they have a, let's say, an attunement towards, even like a an affinity towards, that they don't yet fully make clear or make known. I'm hearing in terms of, in perhaps the home environment, take it as you will. They may be also associated with an Aquarius or Aquarian energy. I am getting that strongly, and the Daughter of Swords has just popped out. There's a focus on what they find specifically in the space of self-discovery. And for a number of you, this may be related to matters of the home. I'm hearing also the body, the physical body, what it is that they may feel is a point of resonance for them. Okay, let us take the cards again for you, Taurus, and see what comes through. And again, this is your 1st to the 15th of the month of October reading. Feel free, though, to check out as well the 15th to the 31st extended reading for October via the link in the bio description box below. I'm going to continue with these energies into the 15th to the 31st of the month. And again, you can watch those readings via the link in the description box below. Nonetheless, let's get on here again for you, dear Taurus. See how the energies are moving through the 1st to the 15th. I'm here, take your time. Take your time. I'm hearing specifically with the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. I mean, but let's get them back in the bag as well. Okay. There's a focus, Taurus, on what you're presenting, and it's something that holds syllables to it that you're like, I need to practice this a few times. The feeling is almost like, I need to say this in another language. I'm hearing not my mother tongue. And that makes me feel somewhat, I'm hearing stationary in the way that I prepare for this, whatever that may mean for you. The star, it could also be something that's very exciting for you, where it's like, I feel like this is, yeah, definitely the direction that I want to be moving in. And it can be something that, let's say, you feel is really relevant to a certain direction that you want to take on in the future, be it related to matters of career as well. There could be a focus on language here. I'm getting specifically for a number of you, international affairs. I'm hearing studying abroad students here with the Emperor, right? Mirroring the 5 of Cups in reverse. There's a focus in the 6 of Pentacles that's in reverse as well. A focus on what has been challenging. Our perception of fertility, our perception of also success, our perception of stability, and that being, right, bringing up like a lot of questions about what is the emotional side to that story. What is it that I'm feeling on an emotional level that I can't, I'm hearing, quite forego. I'm hearing escape as well. The impression of, I'm hearing emotionally, yet again, the Moon in reverse coming through, mirroring the 5 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Pentacles at the base of this 5 of Cups. I'm hearing, where is it that we want to work? I'm hearing specifically, perhaps in a physical way, that makes us feel, I'm hearing, financially stable, but also I'm hearing like progressive in the way that we move forward. And it's almost like I want to be eccentric. I'm hearing interpretive, and I'm hearing interpretive dance in the way that I make my moves known, perhaps on a public level, but I don't want it to be just I'm hearing carved out as a cookie that has been cut, I'm hearing, and placed on the table for everyone to eat. It's like I want it to be something that people recognize is not just any story that is written, I'm hearing, by way of Fandango. I'm hearing Fandango's formula, whatever that means for you. It's like, it's not by way of, let's say, a script. I'm hearing playwright, playback. I'm hearing line by line. It's like, it's not a matter of boy meets girl, and then I'm hearing bust open the bottle together, and they take it to the bedroom, whatever that means for an overview. It's like, I don't want it to be that kind of just, I'm hearing slapstick funny solution as well to a certain problem. Take it as you will. It's like, I'm seeing you like wanting to present or perform something. Taurus, I'm hearing 2 Scorpio, take it as you will. And this is the card associated with Scorpio, the Moon in reverse, that tests a few boundaries, I'm hearing, of how you operate in time and space. in a perceptive way of how you perceive yourself in a certain space at a certain time, in a certain timeline of your work as well, perhaps working in a certain industry, and how you take an innovative approach with that. And that for you in a certain way may be, I'm hearing the prodigy of your act, and people really are impressed by this with you, Taurus. I'm getting it as like people in your environment are like in your midst, or like they smell, I'm hearing your success in the moments that, and I'm seeing it as like throughout this period where you're not questioning, I'm hearing the dynamic that takes you there, okay? And I'm getting, again here, the Ace of Wands, the Fool, the Devil, and the Nine of Pentacles. You have been groomed in a certain way, perhaps preparing yourself. I'm hearing that strongly, even if it's on an energetic level, in an imaginative way. I'm hearing also in the way that you speak and talk yourself through certain processes. It's like, I'm hearing the golden nugget that I don't have to dig up for anyone but myself. And where it is that I find it is always going to be the place that I call home in terms of how I connect to what it is that I create. I'm hearing my venture here. I'm hearing venture capital, and I'm hearing funding here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil. There's something that you feel, it's like my solution is not one that is, let's say, a working one. It's not necessarily purely, okay, you have the financial means and you're going to, I'm hearing, make it to Sundance. I'm hearing specifically. It's like there's a certain, I'm hearing again, almost like prodigious nature to, I'm hearing prodigy here with the Fool. It's like what you actually leave behind and step out into completely. I'm hearing in a way that completes, I'm hearing your need and your desire to satisfy a certain level of dynamism in creating what it is that you do. And the feeling for you, Taurus, is that you're not scared by that at all. I'm getting it as like you're not like even wooed by the I'm hearing the allure of working in an industry that is let's say considered to be totally offbeat. It's like, it's not about what it feels like. I'm hearing former I'm hearing news anchor, take it as you will. It's like, it's not a matter of what it is considered to be in a social way, as it pertains to or is relative to other industries. It's like, I'm not, and I'm saying it as like perhaps even certain ways of working in the past. It's not a matter of the relativity of this feeling for me, because in the space that I'm operating, where I just feel what I'm feeling in that moment and creating in a way that is in alliance and in harmony with that, I'm hearing also by way of value, for perhaps physically, and how it is that you're investing, and really I'm hearing also physically moving through certain emotions or visions, take it as you will. That I'm hearing is all I need to confirm for me that I'm standing exactly where I need to stand and create what it is that I need to create. And that I'm hearing is the point of inspiration of my act in terms of how I even see myself through it. And it's like, I'm seeing you like in this environment, Taurus, where you feel perhaps that others feel pressured to carry work out in a way that is like, it redefines the industry. It's like, I feel like I need to create a spaceship that takes you, I'm hearing, to the core of the earth. Like, it's like, it's like, what? I'm hearing what? Like, what has this become, I'm hearing, in terms of what, and this may be what you may be perceiving or what another may be perceiving specifically. What is it that you're really wanting to re-standardize? Not because you want to set a new standard again necessarily, but because you're reconnecting to the way that you create what it is that you do, that then naturally, right, sets the standard through which you perceive how you create what you do, okay? There's a focus on how you are almost inverting in the process of creation that manipulates the reality that others have seen you by. Very interesting. And again, I'm getting this feeling of like you in a certain way, Taurus, are absolutely, I'm hearing, compelling in your craft here. Around this time, 1st to the 15th, oh my goodness, this is a potent time here. The High Priestess mirroring the Father of Cups, and there's a sense of guidedness here absolutely as well, as you may feel it. I'm back going to mention that. Always take it as you will. Always heed your personal intuition. There is a focus perhaps on what you feel guided to also take your work by the reins of. And it's like, do I want to really, I'm hearing, plan out that one event, or do I want to just sort of perform through it? And who is it that I feel may be relevant to that in a certain way? There could be I'm hearing Priscilla here, the High Priestess. I'm hearing practice module. I'm hearing model as well. Take it as you will. Relate to the High Priestess, someone who you may want to bring on as a representative for your act, someone who you may also want to team up with, partner up with. It could also be, I'm hearing, a spirit guide, energetic body, whatever that may mean for you. There's a focus here though on where you lead your audience, okay, specifically. And it's like, how much am I going to give away in the performance itself? I'm getting, for a number of you have strong Scorpio placements here, and if that is the case, there's a focus perhaps also, and if that is not the case as well, There's a focus on what propensity with which you would like to disclose certain also ways in which you have reached this point of creating what it is that you do. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in. Loving the lights here. Enjoy this period. And I'm going to continue with the 15th to the 31st of the month of October reading. If you'd like to check that out, feel free to click the link below in the description box to provide, and it'll route you there to it. Thank you so much again for tuning in, Taurus. Enjoy this period of the 1st to the 15th of the month of October, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi there, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all here. We're here with your 1st to the 15th of the month of October reading. Welcome to it. I'm hearing let's get in the flow and in the zone of feeling it through. There's perhaps a time here of really wanting to connect with your work, what it is that you create. And let's say in the past, I'm getting this sort of feeling for you, Taurus, of, and I was meditating on your energy before I turned the camera. Let's say in the past, you were working through your work in a certain way that felt somewhat structured, okay, algorithmic, even strategic. And there was this feeling of like almost having like a costume on while you were doing whatever it is that you were doing. I'm hearing dancing, performing, carrying out your work. That you're like, okay, I'm hearing Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz when I'm busy designing my future. It's like, I don't want to feel like there's I'm hearing character mold that I'm casting myself in my own, I'm hearing lifetime movie of and as. It's like, I don't want to feel like I'm actually acting in the show that should feel, I'm hearing, real to me. And if that hasn't been the case, Taurus, the feeling I'm getting for you, and I want to open the window just a little bit, 1 second. The feeling is that, Taurus, you want to take a totally new turn with things. With the way that you identify with your work, and this energy had come through for Scorpio in their overview thematic general October reading, you want to really redefine the way that you even connect with your assets. It's like, if I, let's say, even have, let's say that I have certain gifts, talents, and assets. I sing, I dance, I perform, I'm hearing, I play music, I play with children, and I'm getting a really beautiful, like, creative, dynamic vibe here. Let's say that I have all these ways of, let's say, also perhaps making money and making a lot of it. And if you've got a lot of Taurus in your chart, right, a lot of earth energy in general, perhaps in certain ways, you may be highly, I'm getting it like as entrepreneurial minded, not just entrepreneurially, but in a way of like, well, where do I see that perhaps there can be a certain sense of productivity here, perhaps financially or professionally. And if you, let's say, find that there is a point of investment that you would like to involve yourself in or even invest in, contribute to, that you capitalize on that perhaps in a certain way. Take it as you will, though. Again, Taurus, the feeling that I'm getting, though, is that you're not wanting to just, I'm hearing, work anymore. You're like, this is, I'm hearing, not a wheel of life that feels like death. I'm hearing, or that should feel like death. It's like, the wheel of life is supposed to feel whimsical, isn't it? I'm hearing you like looking around at people in the work environment. Like, does anybody else feel that there's no wind in this room and I feel like I should be riding the roller coaster of life right now? I'm hearing at the highest point, I'm hearing in my career, take it as you will. And the feeling is like, again, it's like, it's not a matter of what I'm actually creating physically, financially. And again, it's like, I know that I can, let's say, really produce. I'm hearing really run a company. I'm hearing as well, for a number of you, really efficiently stage, I'm hearing as well, my act. But I'm hearing that's not doing it for me anymore. I'm hearing those lines on the letterhead. I'm hearing I don't want to work in a 3x3 construct of take it as you will, what it is that I feel is otherwise truly dynamic and perhaps even spiritually based, energetically based, where it's like I'm not judging what it is I'm feeling in any given moment. I'm perhaps flowing with what I feel, and that requires of me to open up perhaps in a certain way to what it is that I'm feeling in every given moment. And that for me may have been a process that I realized eventually I would come to, a process that I realized I would eventually want to open up also with others. But and that which I realized, though, at the same time held a certain need to discuss things in a totally different way. And if you're making a proposal to someone, I'm hearing specifically justice and the devil, and I'm seeing you like going up to someone and being like, I want to partner up with you, but I don't want to just partner up with you as a business. I'm hearing, I don't want to just partner up with your business. It's like, I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be something that I'm hearing has a I'm hearing I'm hearing a baby name to it, or two. Take it as you will. The World in reverse, mirroring the Five of Wands upright, Ace of Cups upright. I'm hearing we want to feel like we're situated in what feels to be like the partnership. Six of Cups upright. I'm hearing of a lifetime. Take it as you will. That we don't need to, I'm hearing, lose our character in, whatever that means, where it's like, I want to feel like we are creating something as well, of what is, let's say, collaborative, in that space that may be, right, professionally focused. But I'm seeing it as like you really wanting to redefine the space that you work in, Taurus. There's this feeling of the future that you cannot like forget, as I'm getting. It's like you want to feel, I'm hearing, in the moment, but you also want to feel that what you are perhaps even streaming or channeling is somewhat progressive, as I'm getting it. And the feeling is that you may want to work with concepts even that really test certain trains of thought and paradigms, and really challenges even the perception of how you see yourself in your line of work and what it is that you create, and what you also tap into or channel and perceive as a gift. It's like, okay, well, that was not necessarily something on my resume, but I feel like I could really, I'm hearing, relate to a lot of people with using this talent and skill. And what exactly is it that I connect? I'm hearing my dots to the dream of. And the Ten of Pentacles here upright, the Father of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing we are making a major change, okay? What has been unfruitful, unsatisfying in a certain way is no longer. I'm hearing a nameplate on the, I'm hearing windshield that we are not working with anymore. I'm hearing yet again, it's like there's something that you're really like cycling through and out, Taurus. But I'm hearing you also want to take your time doing that, okay? I'm getting that you're not like coming into work the next day and being like, okay, hi everyone, I'm hearing track change, we're not, I'm hearing using that torque, I'm hearing in that engine anymore. It's like we're perhaps in the way that you maybe also still financing certain projects with certain individuals. You've got here, as I'm getting at, the Mother of Pentacles as a focus card. It's this feeling for you, Taurus, of like wanting to find a solution that makes everyone sort of feel like they're on board with it. It's like, I don't want to just come in and like, I'm hearing Tesla in particular, like make everyone feel like I'm hearing their work is a tragedy. I'm hearing again, it's like I don't want to make people feel like they don't belong in the working space anymore as well. Whatever that means for you. It's like, how do I make, I'm hearing, improvise, or even introduce, okay, a certain innovative potential that, or even line of work, yet again, that doesn't test boundaries, that breaks, I'm hearing, the camel's back, whatever that means for you, in ways that I'm hearing disillusions, I'm hearing the audience as well. But I'm getting in this way, Taurus, of like wanting to make a decision that is empowering. I'm hearing not just on a personal level, but also for the people around you. And you may be really making decisions that you feel really set a certain stage in terms of the philosophy that sort of permeates around that decision that you make. It's like when I decide on things in this way, when I even use these kinds of words in the boardroom, I see that it shifts. I'm hearing stages that we're focused on, take it as you will, and I feel that that's happening as well on an energetic level. For a number of you, you may be working with matters of I'm hearing corporations incorporating, and the feeling maybe that I want to have and recognize that there is an energetic, I'm hearing, emotional side to what it is that we're working as in the process of creation. And there could be a focus here for a number of you on 2 individuals or 3 individuals. There could be a focus on also just a single individual, or the concept of family life. I'm hearing home life, the lovers come through, the concept of love, marriage, what exactly are they and how do they contribute to our sense of mission, I'm hearing, and also a sense of stability. There's a focus though on what is considered to be perhaps secretive for you in your mind, where it's like, I have this vision, I'm hearing, of this picture I want to paint, I'm hearing eventually, but I can't quite make out the faces, and in that process, I may not want to pronounce the names of those characters quite yet. And the feeling, and this may be related to matters of partnership and marriage for a number of you, it may be related to somebody who's disclosing certain bits of information, but I'm seeing it as like slowly through time. It may be related to a Scorpio. You've got the Death card looking over the 7 of Cups, and this energy came through in the Scorpio reading, so take it as you will, Taurus. I'm hearing Sagittarius here with the Magician looking back at the future. Very interesting. Over the Father of Pentacles, I'm hearing I'm hearing that show has gone on. I'm hearing a few times too long. I'm hearing out of its timeline. Take it as you will. Something here that you're not willing to invest in any longer, perhaps, or a certain role that you feel it's like, that's not, I don't want to be. I'm hearing the sugar and the coating on that cake. It's like, I don't want to just perhaps also be the company that's formed. Like I'm hearing LLC. It's like I'm hearing, I don't want to feel like I'm lost. I'm hearing in love. I'm hearing and creativity. It's like, why do I have to feel, let's say, that what I create is then creating what I am creating? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to feel like what I'm creating is the persona that my work takes on. And there's a focus on perhaps changing, again, the way that you identify with perhaps even the people that you collaborate, even the mediums that you use to collaborate through. There could be a focus on how you're physically involved in that process. And for a number of you, you may be focused on how you are physically playing a certain role or preparing for a certain role or sustaining a certain role, maintaining a certain role. For a number of you, I'm getting this is related perhaps to, I'll mention this. Well, for a number of you, that could be focused on entertainment, okay? The Two of Cups in reverse, right over the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Six of Cups is what you lead out with. I'm hearing Pisces, Scorpio. Big chance here. I'm hearing winner here with the Ace of Pentacles. There's something that someone is proposing to you. I'm hearing you're not expecting it. Take it as you will. There's perhaps something that you're proposing to someone, and it has to do with perhaps legal matters. Also, though, someone who is perhaps involved in it, I'm hearing it may have to do with technology, okay? An Aquarius individual, someone who's got a lot of Aquarius in their chart, a lot of planets in Aquarius, Mars, Venus. I'm hearing Scorpio as well, somebody who may have an overlap between Scorpio and Aquarius, like Aquarius cusping their 8th house, for example. I'm getting that for a number of you. But yet again, the certain feeling I'm getting, and if you'd like to calculate your placements, you can click the link below in the bio description box that I find that will route you to calculate them. Nonetheless, take it as you will, not necessarily right in any particular way. Always use your personal intuition. There is a focus on, and there are so many factors of the birth chart as well. I'm not going to mention that. There's perhaps a focus on what you are focusing on in particular at this time. And it has to do perhaps with a certain vision that you hold, a memory even, Taurus, of what you hold passion for. I'm hearing what just gives you, I'm hearing a sense of livelihood. It's like, this is not just I'm hearing something that I'm sustaining. I'm hearing the wagon and the wheel. It's like I'm hearing the wine that's served on it, whatever that means for you. It's like, I want to feel that I'm really, in whatever way that may be taken for you, dear Taurus, but I want to feel like I'm really working. I'm hearing in ways that are challenging my mental acumen. I'm hearing as well for a number of you, perhaps perceptively, yet again, how is it that I perceive myself in the process and the line of work that I'm involved in, and how does that in a certain way play a role in terms of how I create what it is that I do and what it is that I carry out. Again, there could be a focus on what you are working with as a medium, and it may be related to food for a number of you. And if you've got a strongly placed Venus, a lot of Taurus in your chart, a lot of Venus, I'm hearing again Venusian energy that is a focus, or even a strong 7th house. There could be a focus on matters related to the senses, pleasures, but yet again, take it as you will. It can be taken, perceived, interpreted in a number of ways, not necessarily in any particular way. Not necessarily positive, negative, or neutral as well, okay? The focus that I'm getting here for you, though, as you trail out of this period, Taurus, is that there are certain memories, specifically memories that you feel, and I'm back to mention it again here in relation to this sort of concept of the wagon and the wheel and the wine. It's like, I'm getting it as like, what is it that I feel I am involved in? I'm hearing the making of, and it's like, I'm seeing it as almost like, what creates the wine? What is the physical machinery, let's say, that creates the wine, like the wooden barrel? And then what is, let's say, the actual motion of movement that puts it all into effect and creates the juice, I'm hearing specifically? And then what is it that is actually also presented? And I'm seeing it as like being publicly presented. What is it that you feel is the philosophy of the role that you would like to play? And that may be a focus for you around this time, Taurus, in terms of what you want to capitalize on here in a way that really reminds you of what you feel so deeply for. I'm hearing speaking out about as well, perhaps on a philosophical level. Thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus, love and light to here. Enjoy this period of the 1st to the 15th. I'm going to trail into the reading here for you now between the 15th and the 31st of the month. If you'd like to check it take a look at these energies here, you can feel free to take a peek via the link in the bio description box below, and that will route you to the signs of interest for order. So thank you so much again for all of your support here, dear Taurus. Love and light here, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo as you lead out. There could be a focus on what it is you may be collaborating with and on, who you may be collaborating with in that process. For a number of you, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing the number 2 and 7, 27, take it as you will. I'm seeing also 5 and 10, take it as you will. There's a focus as well, though, perhaps on matters of publicity and what it is that you want to present. Okay, thank you so much again for tuning in, Taurus. Love and light to you here. And I'm hearing practice as well. What it is you may want to practice in an experimental way, again, related to the physical body and related to how it is that you're interacting with your audience, or let's say who you may feel is I'm hearing playing a collaborative role in that space of creativity. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you here, Taurus. Always use your personal intuition. It's always a matter of perception, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Taurus. Before we lead out, I'm hearing Aries here strongly with the Strength card and the Temperance card. I'm hearing make a wish. I'm hearing but make it work. I'm hearing around the wheel of time, whatever that means for you. There could be a focus on, again, what you are presenting. There could be a focus, again, on the physical body, how it is you're presenting, what it is you're presenting, and there may be a period of time that you take to really capitalize on what your calling is that is related to your physical body even. And I'm back going to mention this for those of you who maybe, let's say, at a point of career shift and you want to take a deeper dive, let's say, with your placements and specifically focusing on soul, life path, calling, career, and so on and so forth, skills, talents, and assets seen by way of the birth chart. I have a number of services that speak exactly to that, and I focus again on career, soul path, life path, calling in those reports. So if you would like to take a deeper dive with that and you'd like to take a look at those services, you can do so via the links in the bio description box below. And nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in, dear Taurus. Loving the light to you all here. I'm hearing Aquarius as you trail out. Again, there could be a focus on a matter of technology that could be focused here. Love and light to you here, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Taurus.